So, could you list what you've been called too much for me, please, Emily?
I have been called too loud, too opinionated, too feminist, too robust, too independent, too kind, too understanding, too nice, too funny, too mad, too much. Of everything.
Yeah. Perfect. And could you give us like an anecdote from when you were called too much and how it made you feel? It could be the same as before or different.
Recurring theme in my life, from men and from my own friends, too independent. Like, there's too many anecdotes. Just imagine, if you will, a plethora of me as a teenager at parties being told you're too intimidating is the recurring one. Yeah. My own best friends turned around at me and was like, you know, you're gonna die alone if you don't stop being yourself. I was like, here's hoping. Essentially too intimidating. Whenever I've complained about being single, I've been met with, it's because you're too intimidating, from men and women in my life.
Do they think it's a compliment?
No, I don't think they do. I think they think they're helping. I think they think, oh, nugget, by the way, have you ever considered the opportunity that this is too intimidating? I think they genuinely think that they're helping, but I don't think they realise that if you were to employ their advice, you would be shrinking yourself down. I don't think they actually think about what the consequences, what that looks like to be less intimidating for me when I'm not trying to be intimidating. Yeah. It would mean like a major overhaul of my whole personality. So
there's 100 different ideas of what people think is intimidating as well. Sorry.
Yeah, no, because it's never been the goal. The goal has never been to be intimidating, to be imposing. I have always thought I'm polite and friendly and open, and I engage with people, and I want to make good impressions, and I want to include people. So to hear that, it's like I'm not even trying. Like, so you're asking me to literally be less in order to not be imposing, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Depressing.
Yeah. Actually, leads me into another question. Like, we don't want to dwell too long on the people that are threatened or trying to help or trying to whatever. But like, what do you, with the people that are calling you too much? Like, what's their issue?
What's their problem, man?
Yeah, pretty much.
I just think people like what they know, and they like it's easier for, and I'm the same. I like being able to sort of compartmentalize people. You know, I think it's just natural to go, okay, they do that. That's what they're for, and you just wanna have a sort of black and white view. And I think when, like, no one, like, this isn't just about like loud, obnoxious, robust women. Everyone has just the spectrum of, like, there's so much colour to everyone, and it's a very human reaction to go, no, I need this to be very clean cut. I need to understand what you're about, but no one is that easy to sort of to define and to pigeonhole. So I think when they're saying it, I think it's kind of it comes from a place of fear, a lack of understanding that, like, you appear like you should be this thing and you're not, and then you're also this thing, and I don't get it. It doesn't make sense, you know. Yeah. So I think it just comes from just a lack of imagination as to, like, what you can be. I think it just comes from an absolute sort of, it's just from and also a place of insecurity, I imagine, of going, my new motto being like, if you think I'm too much, maybe you're not enough. Yeah. But maybe that, yeah, if they view that as too much, it's because they probably have their own insecurity that they're not enough of whatever that thing is. So.
Yeah, absolutely. With being called too much, could you list the things you've been called too much of and how they're actually your power and what you love about yourself or what you love about them?
Too loud. I actually love being called too loud now, because I mean, it's just insidiously sexist. Like, it's just so obviously like to like, you know, like you have too much to say. Yes, and now is my time to say it. Too opinionated. Absolutely, I don't think you can have enough opinions, provided that you sort of get them across in a diplomatic and nice way and you don't shove them down anyone's throats. There's nothing wrong with that. Too independent. Absolutely, like, bring it on. Like, it's, I used to kind of hate that about myself, feeling like really self-sufficient and feeling like actually I don't need anyone. It can be a bit, it's ironic, but it's a bit lonely, because you are like, well, I've not had to rely on people. So, but it doesn't mean I don't need people, you know? So it is, that took a while to go, actually no, I have no problem with being absolutely independent. Like, I don't need no man. Too funny for a girl is the sort of tagline for that. Is hilarious to me. Yeah, that's like as equal parts annoying as it is like, thank you. Yeah. Yeah. That has that is my superpower, I would say, is when it's the last thing people expect you to be, or the last thing people expect. I love saying the thing they don't want to hear, or that they don't expect you to say. I love that when they're like, okay, that's a lot. That's fun now. Like, it used to be, it was, I mean, the humour was like a defence mechanism, obviously, and now it's just so much fun to just be like, any interaction, you know, to just kind of lift it a bit. And I kind of love seeing people just be, men in particular, just shocked and somewhat appalled by what comes out of my mouth sometimes, and even myself sometimes, like, I'm not coming. Yeah, or like all of it, like everything now, that all of it is now is a superpower now. Like any single thing, it was like too much of that. I'm like, bring it. Yeah, and next.
Yeah. That's amazing. That's great. And could you like list what you love about yourself?
Isn't that ridiculous? Like, that's the whole point is owning it. And yeah, it feels so like, as women, you're just not allowed to be proud. Yeah. It's just like, I love my sense of humour. It gets me out of every dark place. It is, yeah, it like, just the way it helps me see the world and understand the world and interpret the world in a way that I love. I love my independence. I love it. I love that I've never had to any decision I make to rely on anyone, it is purely a choice. And I think that feels great, that I've never my friendships are so grounded because of it, because I've not been like, I need you. It's like, I want you. Like, and I it's really like mutually respectful. It's not it doesn't come from a sort of clawing and like a really vulnerable sort of desperate place. Like, I have such a sort of grounding in myself that I can give. I'm not just taking from other people. Like I can totally dish out and look after people. And I love that I'm robust. I love that I can make an impression. I love that I don't shrink in the background. I love that it's seen as too much sometimes. Like, I know that's stupid because that sounds really obnoxious to be like, I kind of like that sometimes people are like,
oh, fine, like,
but, yeah.
You love it. You
yeah.
know?
I just think, well, yeah, like this is it. I'm not trying to be anything else, so like
yeah.
Listening.
Yeah. Yeah. No, totally, absolutely. And if you could say something to your younger self when, like, you know, around the time when you started to sort of affect you being called too much, because it, you know, affects, well, not everyone, but like affects most people. Like, what in those formative years, what would you, if someone you know, your young self came to you now and asked you for advice, what would you say to her?
Never dumb yourself down and shrink down to be palatable. Just don't do it. Don't do it. All the things that you think are problems to solve are just going to be the secret to your incredibly mild at present success. Just don't. I'm not going to be like, never change, girl, but like, change, absolutely change, learn, grow, but don't mute yourself or shrink to be palatable, because that for what and for who? Just keep banging the drum.
Yeah.
To dead ears. But yeah.
Amazing. Brilliant. Another one, if you could change the world tomorrow into a place, what would this place be like?
Warmer. No. Just more compassionate. Like, just people here stopping dicks.
Yeah.
Like, it's not rocket science that we all just need to be a bit more understanding and but also not take it all too seriously. I think as social justice warriors, there's so much emphasis on fighting against everything, and if you live for the fight, you will find a fight anyway.
Yeah.
It's going to be everywhere, and I'm not going to pretend it's easy to strike a balance between reining against it and gratitude for what you have and what you are. It's really difficult, because gratitude sort of infers that you're really content with how shitty everything is, and there's plenty of work to be done. But yeah, we need to just be nice, not take things seriously. Don't get caught up in the intricacies of the identity politics and we as women, like, we're having this real massive transitional period where we're owning our experiences, and we're standing up and saying, yeah, like, here's how my life has looked. But we've got, I think, in order to move forward, we have to step out of the victimhood.
Yeah.
Own it, see it, embrace it, go, yeah, I was on the receiving end of some horrible shit, but like, we gotta bounce back from that now.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Maybe I'm wrong.
No, I totally get, yeah, absolutely, because just get into a cycle if it's yeah, you said it already. So is there anything else that you'd like to talk about? You can say, recite, sing, dance, anything in the world. What else do you like, or anything else you want to say?
Just I think that, like, I really feel like this is the beginning of the end. Like, I feel like I can smell the patriarchy burning to the ground, or I'm having a stroke and it's toast. I don't know. I really feel like this, and what you are doing is like this is it now, you know. And the more female stories you have, the more emphasis you put on it, the more normal it is. Like that sort of cookie cutter straight white man shtick, that's old hat now, that's boring. And we just have to see more women, anyone marginalised. We just got to see it and know it's out there, and it will in time become absolutely normal. And it's just the representation we're owed, you know. And it is met with suspicion and met with like, how dare you? Like, who do you think you are? And it's like, humans.
Yeah.
Sorry about it. I know it's really inconvenient for you, but yeah. Alive and breathing. And yeah, we just have to keep pushing out there and just keep being too much.
Yeah. Thank you. Perfect.
Thanks.
You evidence anything else? Are you good?
I'm good. I'm not going to sing.
Okay.
I mean, I want to.